Ah, fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a major award. I won it.
Damn, hell, you say you won it?
Yeah. Mind power, sweet, mind power.
Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today's video is a little different, as you can probably tell from the title below, because I want a brand new grill. You've probably seen it before. These companies post online on social media saying like, share, subscribe, tag a friend, leave a comment below, yada yada yada, win a prize. What do you think? Does anyone ever actually win those prizes? Or is it just a bunch of nonsense companies post all over the internet to gain more followers and subscribers, and it's really just a bunch of clickbait? Well, if you got two thumbs, you're this guy, and you happen to receive this email, it actually comes true, folks. Pit Boss has sent me a brand new portable battery-powered pellet grill. Yes, you heard that right, battery-powered. Pit Boss claims you can charge this battery and it'll last 15 hours, making it the ultimate travel or camping pellet grill to get those smoky flavors on whatever you're cooking, no matter where you're at. Today we're going to unbox our grill, assemble it, charge the battery, and put it to the ultimate test. We're going to cook a 10-pound pork butt. So if that sounds good to you, or you're looking for a new grill to take on your next camping or RV adventure, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, like any other project, you know we can't get this thing started until we crack open a beer. Now let's start assembling. All in a day's work, folks. That's quite simple. This thing went together super fast. One beer, 15-20 minutes. All the hardware and screws and everything are already attached to the grill. So all I did, unscrewed 5 or 6 from the bottom, put those legs on. Everything's labeled which side it needs to go to. There was 2 screws for the handle. The racks and everything just slide right into the insert in the middle of the grill here, and then the battery slides right in. All we have left to do is charge that battery, which I'll have to look up the instructions, however long that takes. While that's charging, I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing into house power outside and do the initial burn off. That'll get those manufacturing oils and any grease and everything in there cooked off. We don't want that on our food. That'll leave a bad flavor. So we'll cook that off according to the instructions. And I just gotta say, so far I'm really impressed with this little grill. Like, everything was packaged nice, tight, uniformly, well cushioned everything for shipping or whatever you're gonna, getting to the store, getting it home. Right in here, went together, like I said, 15 minutes. It even came with the cover, folks. So Pit Boss sent me this for free. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm gonna go ahead, we'll get that battery charged and the initial cook-off. We'll come back tomorrow, we'll prep our pork butt. We're gonna use some Pit Boss seasonings. They sent that with this prize package, along with 40 pounds of pellets. So I'll see you tomorrow. We'll put this thing to the ultimate test, a 10-pound pork butt. Alright folks, welcome back. Our pork shoulder is done cooking. We have pulled it. We reached internal temperature 200 degrees. As you saw in the previous clips, we went ahead and seasoned that off with this home-style pork rub from Pit Boss. It's a combination of garlic, paprika, and onion. Pretty basic rub, but hey, it's pretty good on pork. We went ahead and threw that on our smoker, 225 degrees. Now, I made sure to go around the entire smoker with the camera to prove to you guys it was not plugged into house power, purely ran off battery power all night long. So I ran that at 225 degrees using Pit Boss Applewood pellets and let that go about 6 hours. At that point, it came up to 160 degrees internal temperature. I went ahead, pulled it off the smoker, threw it in an aluminum tray, a little bit of apple juice, covered it up, threw it back in the pellet grill to finish cooking. Now, that's the typical way I smoke pork. I want to kind of keep this as similar to my normal style of making pork butt, pulled pork, using my cabinet smoker. So I basically did the exact same process. It took 12 hours total. This was a 10-pound pork roast, so actually that's pretty good, quick timing. Even had a storm roll through in the middle of the night at one point. It poured rain for about half an hour. Our Pit Boss portable battery-powered pellet grill maintained its temperature. It dropped maybe 5 or 6 degrees for a few minutes, but it kicked right back on, threw some more pellets in there, and kept the temperature steady. I was using a thermopins to monitor the temperatures all night long. That graph stayed nice and steady. And we see here, obviously we got a nice looking product. As you saw in the close-up when I was pulling it, we got a nice smoke ring out of that. Obviously got a nice bark on the outside. Now, obviously when you cover it with aluminum foil in the tray, you're gonna lose some of the crispiness of the bark. But hey, when you're pulling pork, I like that mixed in anyway, so that's my style. But however you're gonna cook your pulled pork, that's up to you guys. This video is about the grill itself, right? So we got all the fat rendered out of the pork, 12 hours. Let's give this a quick taste test and see how it turned out, because I'm pretty excited about what it looks like. So, cheers. That is some mighty fine pork, folks. I tell you what, our bone obviously pulled right out of there. We know the cook was good, using thermometers and temperature probes and everything else. We're not worried about that. The Pit Boss portable battery-powered pellet grill seems to perform here today. We got a nice hint of smoke flavor on this, not over the top. I'm not a big super smoky flavored meat person, so this is exactly, if you are kind of along those lines, using this pellet grill is the way to go. If you want it more smoky, obviously use a stick burner or more traditional type of smoker, but hey, the point of this thing is to take with you camping or on your RV or road trips, and you want a nice hint or kiss of smoke flavor on your food. This pellet grill is going to do that for you, folks. So, anyway, that being said, let me get this cleaned up. We'll come right back and talk about the grill itself. Obviously, we made some delicious pulled pork here today. It's a cheap way to test out a grill, but hey, it's all about the grill itself, right, folks? So let me get this cleaned up. We'll come right back and give our final thoughts and reviews on the Pit Boss battery-powered portable pellet grill. Well, folks, after our first cook using our battery-powered portable pellet grill from Pit Boss, I am absolutely happy. Quite surprised this thing performed up to the task. Pit Boss has some claims on it. Obviously, it comes with this card telling you what they say it can do. So let's go over some of this stuff. They're claiming 256 square inches of cooking area. Now, obviously, that's including that little top rack that you're going to sit on top of your grates. That's more for warming buns or something. I'm not going to count that in the cooking area. I measured it myself. The base grate part of it is 14 by 13 inches. That's about 180, 190 square inches of cooking space. We got a 10-pound pork butt on that today, folks. I don't know how much stuff you're going to be cooking on a weekend barbecue trip or whatever, but that should suffice. I don't know who you're trying to feed out there, a small army. You're not going to be able to cook a whole pack of brisket, folks. This grill is not designed for that, but hey, you want to do a small pork butt or some country-style pork ribs, rack of ribs, that's going to fit on there just fine. And that being said, they're claiming 180 to 500 degrees temperature range. Now, we cooked at 225 degrees today, which took about 12 hours on that pork shoulder. When I did the initial burn off to get those manufacturing oils and everything off, I ran that thing up 450, 500 degrees. It had no problem getting up to that temperature. So I know it can make these temperatures they're claiming. I'm going to go ahead and say they're legit with that. The cooking area, it is what it is. That being said, now the battery, the important part of this grill, the battery pack. Now, from a completely dead point of view, it takes 7 hours to charge this, which is not bad. It is going to come basically pre-charged, so I had plugged mine in. It took an hour or something. We cooked 225 degrees for 12 hours using this thing. I'm going to flip this on and show you how much battery life we have left. So, I don't know if you can see that. There's 4 batteries when it's fully charged, or 4 green marker points. We're down to 2, right? Yep, still got 2. We use half a battery pack, 12-hour cook time. Now, that's going to depend on the temperature you're running and the conditions and everything else. if you're running a higher temperature, the fan's going to blow more, the blower fan, the auger's going to turn, you're going to burn through more pellets. It's going to eat up more battery life. But 12-hour battery time on 225 degrees, I don't know how long you're going to be taking this thing out on a road trip with you or whatever, but to me that you're going to get anything you want cooked. If you're going to sear off your steaks at a high 450, 500 degree temperature, that's going to take a few minutes. You don't need to worry about hours of battery time. If you want to smoke your pork butt for the whole weekend trip, obviously you can get that done on this. Or just plug it in, folks. It comes with the power adapter to run off normal ground power. You don't have to worry about the battery. You can leave it all just plugged in all the time, not have to worry about running out of battery life. But hey, this thing performed up to the task. I'm pretty excited, quite pleased in fact. They claim 15 hours. We got 12 at running half the battery pack. I would conservatively say 18 to 20 hours, no problem at those low temperatures. Higher temperatures, you're going to get probably 10, 12, maybe up to 15. But hey, like I said, you're not going to need to cook something at a high temperature for that long of a time. So really, the battery pack is going to last you for any trip you're going to do. I would say you're going to get your weekend trip, maybe even up to a week with it without having to recharge it. But other than that, we got 7-pound hopper for pellets. I went through basically one batch of pellets. That is essentially a gallon Ziploc bag full of pellets, folks, or maybe 2. It's not a whole lot. You don't need to go on a trip with a 40-pound bag of pellets. We did use the Pit Boss Applewood pellets today. Put a nice kiss of smoke flavor on there, not over the top. Not going to be the same as your typical stick burner, cabinet style smoker. If you want super smoky flavors, you're going to have to use an actual smoker, folks. This thing is just giving you that kiss of flavor, that smoke flavor you want in there on your meats without being over the top. I think it's quite pleasant, actually. It's about the right amount, if you ask me. Other than that, folks, I'm quite impressed with this thing. It performed up to task. We had storms roll through that held its temperature. It only dropped a couple degrees. I was using a ThermoPen to monitor temperatures all night long. It's nice smooth graph. It didn't dip and have crazy ups and downs on it. And that's even better than my cabinet smoker normally. So, hey, set it, forget it, went to sleep, and just waited for the alarm on my ThermoPens to tell me when things were done and up to temperature. Pretty simple, folks. I'm really happy with it. This is going to fit if you live in an apartment on your small little deck or porch outside of your apartment. It's going to go in the back of your trunk if you're taking a road trip in your car or in the back of your truck. It's definitely going to fit in your RV, no problem. This is going to solve all your cooking needs. Very little space. It weighs about 50 pounds total. Not that big of a deal. You're going to be able to move it around and do what you need to do with it. Anybody can use this thing, folks. It's really simple. Turn the knob, turn the power on, turn the knob to the temperature set you want, and boom, set it and forget it, you're good to go. Just wait till your food is done. Very happy with today's grill and cook on this thing. I highly recommend this thing. So, like I said, I won this off a social media contest. Pit Boss, 2 thumbs up. Your product delivered. You sent me what I said I won. It's pretty badass, if you ask myself. So that being said, it's been a pleasure cooking for you guys, folks. If you want to see other barbecue or smoking vids, check out my website and the rest of my channel. There's a lot of great videos on there. Got great recipes on my website, www.grillbonegrub.com. You can find all kinds of stuff. Give it a, check it out. See what you like. Other than that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button. That tells me you appreciate this type of content. Folks, if you're looking for a new grill, this might be the one for you. I've seen other videos on this thing. Tons of people are saying nothing but good things about it. I've not heard any negative reviews. A few people had some problems. They contacted Pit Boss. Customer service got right back to them and fixed whatever was wrong. Very simple things, folks. That's going to happen with any brand, any grill that you're working with. But hey, customer service is where it comes to, if you ask me. So I didn't have any issues. Everything worked great. That's all I got to say. I went around the whole thing, proving you guys we're just using battery power. We got half the battery left. 12 hours. That's just impressive. Folks, check it out for yourself. Until next time, Mike here signing off. Just keep cooking.